Welcome to the Brain Boost program. This program is designed to help you explore new ideas for activities that can help keep your brain healthy if you have early memory problems or have been diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment or very mild dementia. If you have an interest in finding new ways to maximize your brain health, this program is right for you. Look for the accompanying episode guide to help you navigate the activities in this program. I'm Dr. Greg Jica, and I'm a neurologist who focuses on taking care of patients with memory problems caused by diseases like Alzheimer's. I'm also a neuroscientist searching for new ways to slow and/or stop memory problems in aging. I've been researching ways to promote healthy brain aging for almost 35 years now, and while we continue to look for new medicines and potential cures for diseases like Alzheimer's, you should know that there's a lot you can do to promote your own brain health. Things such as mental stimulation, social engagement, physical activity, diet, and many other daily activities, all of which can make a huge impact. We hope you try some of these activities at home or come up with your own. Most of all, we want you to realize that you can take control of your own brain health through such activities.
Hi there. Welcome to Brain Health 101. Ooh, it's cold outside. Today we are talking about winter. Winter is a time of year known for its short days and long cold nights. Some people love being out in the cold, bundled up in their hat, gloves, and scarves, exploring the frozen landscape. Others like to stay inside where it is nice and warm, enjoying some tasty hot chocolate or a hearty bowl of soup. No matter which you prefer, the winter season provides lots to explore. What do you think of when you think of winter? Are there things you look forward to each season? I just love getting to watch the snowfall. I find something so peaceful about looking out the window and seeing a blanket of white across the ground. Everything is quiet and the snowflakes are just dancing in the air as they make their way down to the ground. I could spend hours just watching the snowfall. Snow can provide a lot of outdoor activities that can get your body moving, like snowshoeing, skiing, even just shoveling snow is a good workout. We know that keeping our bodies active is important for not only our physical health, but also our brain health. Winter can add a challenge to being active, as it is not always easy to go take a walk outside or do the activities you enjoy in the spring or summer. It is always tempting to snuggle up and sit all winter, but that would not be good for you or your brain health. Did you know that research shows that sitting for long periods of time with little stimulation is actually bad for your health? Study after study shows the importance of getting up and moving your body. Our bodies need movement and our minds need engagement. Good thing there are many activities that we can do indoors that can keep our bodies and our minds engaged during the winter season. One great way to do that is to do some yoga. Yoga is great to do during the winter months. It uses deep breathing techniques and slow movements to help increase blood flow to our muscles, which helps warm them up. The National Institutes of Health, along with researchers from Johns Hopkins University, report that yoga can help you manage stress, boost your mood, and help with strength and balance. All great things to work on in the winter months. Let's grab a chair and give chair yoga a try.
Hi, welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Elizabeth and I'm here at the Lexington Senior Center and I'm so happy that you're joining me today. So all you need today is a chair and your body. Once you're in your chair comfortably, you're going to scoot towards the edge of your chair so that you can sit up tall with your feet comfortably and securely on the floor. You can have your hands resting on your knees or on the chair, whichever is more comfortable. We're going to start off by just sitting quietly for a few moments. You can keep your eyes open, or if it's comfortable, you can let them drift softly closed towards the tip of your nose or close them all the way. Just notice the parts of your body that are touching the floor and touching the chair. Start to draw your navel in towards your spine. Lift the chest up. Relax the shoulders back. Draw your chin in gently towards the chest so that the back of the neck lengthens. Feel the crown of the head float up towards the ceiling. Now bring awareness to the breath. With your next breath in, feel the breath fill the front of the chest. The next breath fills the front and back of the chest. And your next breath fills front, back, and sides of the chest. Breath fills the chest in all directions. If the eyes are closed, open them up. We'll start raising and lowering our shoulders. You can do this with the breath. As you inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, relax the shoulders down along the back. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. And exhale down. Turn this into a circle. Start to bring the shoulders forward. Lift them up. Draw them back. And down. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And reverse this. Draw the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Keeping that tall spine, shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Good. You can shake it out if you need to. Find your tall spine again, chest is lifted. Next, we'll do cat and cow. Again, hands can be here on the knees, or if it's more comfortable, you can put the hands on your chair for more support. With your next inhale, lift the chest. If it's okay for your neck, look up. As you exhale, draw the belly in. You can push your hands into your knees or the chair, round the spine. Just continue moving like this. Inhale, lift the chest. Gaze is up. Exhale, draw the belly in. You can push hands against the knees or the chair. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, draw belly in, around the spine. Come to a neutral seat again. This time, hold on to your left knee. Draw the belly in. Look up, just like you were doing before. But this time your leg comes with you. If holding on to the knee doesn't work for your body, you can hold on behind the thigh. And then put the leg down. Push hands into the knees or the chair, around the back. And the other side. Hug the right knee in, or you can hold on behind the leg. Lift the chest. Look up. Place the foot down. Press hands into knee or chair, around the back. And come back to a comfortable, tall, seated position. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. And we'll continue working with our feet. Hands can be on knees or the chair. You're going to lift and lower your heels, pressing the balls of the feet into the floor. So just raising the heels up and pressing them down. Raise the heels up and press them down. If this is pretty easy, you can add some resistance, pressing your hands into your knees, making your legs work just a little bit harder to lift and lower the heels. Very good. Again, we'll hold our left knee into our chest, or you can hold on behind the leg and just circle the ankle in one direction. And then reverse that circle. Either direction is fine. Put the foot down. Pick up the other leg. Circle the ankle in one direction. My ankle pops a lot. Maybe yours does too. And then circle the other direction. Put both feet down. Now holding on to the side or the seat of your chair, you're going to extend both legs out. Bring both legs in. Heels out, sitting up tall and in. Now just the left leg reaches out. Really press through the heel, straighten the leg as much as you can. Draw your belly in, lift your chest up. And just like a windshield wiper, you're gonna take your foot and move it side to side so that the entire leg is moving in and out. Bring that foot back in. Other foot extends out. Press through the heel, straighten the leg as much as you can. Draw the belly in, lift the chest. And then just like a windshield wiper, that leg goes in and out. Feel leg moving in the socket of the hip. Bring the foot back in. Sitting up tall, drawing the belly in. We're going to take our legs and move them out just a little bit wider. Sitting up tall, we'll call this horse stance, sitting in horse stance. You might need to move a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. If this does not work for your body, you can totally keep your legs back in the center. No big deal. Sitting up tall, draw the belly in, lift the chest. Take your arms out wide like a cactus. Lift the chest. Hands are strong, arms are strong. We're going to move our arms with the breath again. As you exhale, draw the elbows together, keep the shape of the arms. Inhale, arms open wide. Imagine the arms like wings. Exhale, closing the wings. Forearms move towards each other. Inhale, arms open wide. Nothing changes in the arm. It's just moving in and out. The height of my upper arms is staying the same, parallel to the ground. Let's do this one more time. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, opening up. You can shake the arms out, relax them. Take the hands onto the knees. Sitting up tall, take the left hand, press it against the left leg. The right arm is going to reach up to the ceiling, stretching up and over to the right side. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Reach through the fingertips and come back center. Right hand presses into the right knee, sitting up tall. Left arm reaches up. Reach up and over to the right, stretching through the side of the body, drawing the belly in. And return center. You can bring your knees back in, close together. Sitting up tall. We will end today's practice with a calming breath meditation. Eyes can stay open or closed, or you can have them just soften towards the tip of the nose. Just like the beginning of class, draw the belly in, lift the chest, relax shoulders away from ears. Let all of the air empty out. Breathe in. Notice the space at the top. Breathe out. Space at the bottom. Breathe in. Space. Out. Space. Breathe in. Space. Out. Space. Continue breathing like this, finding a space at the top and the bottom of the breath. And then gradually just let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Observe how you feel. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga in a chair today.
That was a great way to keep our bodies moving. I'm already feeling a little less stressed. You know what happens when we move more? Our appetites can become more active as well. When I think about the kitchen in the winter, I start to smell cinnamon and nutmeg. Those spices can make a house smell wonderful, warm, and cozy. Winter is a great time to try new things in the kitchen, explore new spices and new recipes. There is no better way to keep our minds and our bodies active than getting into the kitchen and start making something. Let's learn about how to make an apple tart, which is a perfect winter treat.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Batey. I'm a registered dietitian and the program coordinator for the Food is Health Alliance at the University of Kentucky. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make some super simple apple tarts. These are perfect anytime you're craving something sweet but you're low on either time or energy, and they'd also be great for anyone with low mobility, pain in their hands, arthritis, or anything like that. So let's get started so I can show you how easy these are. So what I have here is just a store-bought frozen pie crust, and I've let it come to room temperature. So I'm just gonna roll this out, and then we're gonna cut it into little squares. And what I love about this recipe is that yes, it's easy, but it takes advantage of store-bought ingredients, which is completely okay. You don't have to make everything homemade every single time. And because we're going to be cutting this and putting it into little muffin tins, completely fine if it isn't a perfect shape. If you have any wrinkles, they're all going to come out in the wash. So I got a pizza cutter, and what I'm going to do is cut these into about 2 by 2 inch squares. Again, absolutely doesn't have to be perfect. That's one of the best things about this recipe. So for the size I rolled out, I'm going to cut this into 3 this way and 3 the other way. If you were to roll it out a lot better than I did, then you might be able to make another cut. So I've got this ready, and what I'm going to use is a regular muffin tin. So you can see my little squares, and I'm just going to take these and poke them right down into the muffin tin. Now I did spray this with some nonstick spray, but you could also rub it with a little bit of melted butter, whatever you prefer. We just don't want them to stick. So I'm just gonna keep going here, making all these little tarts, and trying not to let the edges of the crust touch each other too much because we don't want them to bake together. So these little ends here, I'm gonna gather and I'll roll them back out because we do want squares. Frozen pie crusts usually come in packages of 2, and with a regular sized muffin tin, I am going to use both crusts. And over there, I have just one 15-ounce jar of apple pie. These would be really good with any kind of pie filling. I think they would be obviously delicious with cherry or blueberry pie filling. You could probably even try this around the holidays with something like pumpkin pie filling, which I love, and I think that would be really good. And it would make it easier to portion your desserts on Thanksgiving, because if they're smaller, then you can have more. Now, you might be surprised that a dietitian is showing you how to make mini apple pies, but you shouldn't be. There is room for absolutely anything in a nutritious diet. You do want to focus on the more nutritious foods, but it's perfectly fine to have a treat every now and then. So now I'm gonna grab my other pie crust and keep rolling until I've got this all filled out. Okay. So now I'm just gonna fill these with about 1.5 tablespoons of my apple pie filling. I don't want to overfill them, or they may burn a little bit to the edge of the muffin cup. I've preheated my oven to 425 degrees, which is according to package instructions. Be sure to check the instructions on the package of the pie dough that you buy, as they may be a little bit different. And then, once I have these filled, I'm going to stick them in the oven. And if you were making a whole pie, it's about 40 to 45 minutes. But because we're just making some little tarts, I'm gonna check these at about 25 minutes and see if they are as golden as I want them to be. And if not, I'll let them keep going for a little bit longer. After I get these in the oven, I'm just gonna make a very simple cinnamon sugar glaze that will drizzle over the top once they're finished. Okay, now we're gonna make our super simple cinnamon sugar glaze. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of powdered sugar. I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then we're gonna add some milk, but we're only adding it 1 tablespoon at a time because you'll be surprised how quickly this turns into a glaze. So I'm gonna add 1. I think I can go ahead and start with at least 2. Begin to stir. Okay, not there yet. So many times I have tried adding all of the milk at once and it turns out way too watery. So as you can see, this is beginning to form a glaze. I love that light brown color from the cinnamon. I'm not getting a whole tablespoon over here. Let's try it this way. There we go. It might look like dough right now, but I promise as soon as you get enough milk in there, it's gonna be a beautiful glaze. This glaze is also extremely good on donuts. And I think that will do it. So in the end, we used about 4 tablespoons of milk. If you want your glaze thinner, you can absolutely keep going. But I like it nice and thick, so it makes kind of a crust when you pour it on top of the tarts. So I'm just gonna set this aside until my tarts are done baking. So my tarts are all ready, and now I'm gonna glaze them. I've had these cooling on the counter for about 15 minutes, so they're cool to the touch and easy to remove. You definitely wanna let them cool because otherwise your glaze would just kind of instantly melt, and you don't want that. So, let's see. All right, okay. So, I've got 3 of them out, and I'm just gonna use my whisk to drizzle a little bit of glaze. Now you can go ahead and glaze them all in the pan and then store them that way, or I like to actually keep my glaze in the fridge and just glaze them as I'm ready to eat. So as you can see, these tarts are super, super easy. They come together in less than 20 minutes. And they're just an awesome little snack any time of year.
That looks delicious. We encourage you to explore and try new things in the kitchen as you are able. Sometimes that's as easy as adding an extra ingredient, and sometimes it's trying something you've never tried before. Our creativity is not limited to just the kitchen. Winter is a great time to explore crafts or projects at home that can be turned into decorations, gifts, or simply for enjoyment. Let's join our friend Kelly, who will share with us a perfect winter project.
All right, we're gonna make snowflakes out of coffee filters. So all you have to do for this is get maybe coffee filters, scissors, some markers, and a spray bottle of water. Now, certainly you don't have to have the markers or water to do this. You could just do the coffee filters with the scissors. We're gonna take a coffee filter, flatten it out, and we're just going to kind of doodle however you want to doodle. You can draw any type of design you'd like. I'm just doing some squigglies, and then maybe more in the middle, just straight lines. But once I have colored in my snowflake as much as I've wanted, the next step is to take a spray bottle of water and just spray it. And you can kind of see that color start to blend through. And it'll continue to do that as it absorbs the water. And you can help it out if you want along the way. You don't have to. It's really your design, whatever you'd like. There's no wrong way to do this. So, once we have our dry coffee filter from the design that we've done, like this, we're just gonna fold it in half, like this, and then we're gonna fold it again. And then just one more time. So 3 folds, and it should look about like this. And this is where the cool part comes in. Grab your scissors and just make some cuts. Let's see, I'll do a little bit of a heart shape, but you can do rectangles, triangles, diamonds, ovals, circles, whatever you'd like. Do maybe a rectangle up here. Again, there is no rhyme or reason. It's all gonna come out fantastic. I'm gonna do one side, and then I'll go ahead and do the other. Like this, just again, making a little bit of an oval right here. And then you can do the top as well. Making a triangle here, and maybe just a little baby rectangle here. All right. And now we're gonna see what we get. Because as you know, no snowflake is the same.
crafts, warm food, simple exercise. They're all great ways to stay active and engaged on a cold winter day. We encourage you to explore not only these projects, but other similar projects as well. Staying healthy all winter is a goal for all of us, and there are important things we need to be reminded about each and every year around this time. Let's listen to some important winter health tips.
Hello, my name is Dr. Shawn Caudill, and I'm a general internist at UK Healthcare, teaching medical students and medicine residents for over 30 years. I also take care of aging patients in my primary care practice. I've been working at the Sanders Brown Center on Aging for the last few years, helping with research in Alzheimer's and other dementias. Fall vaccination recommendations continue to evolve post-pandemic. In addition to influenza and COVID-19 vaccines, respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, has been identified as a significant cause of illness in adults over the age of 60, as well as children. RSV infections result in over 6,000 deaths per year in people over the age of 60, and a new vaccine is now available to reduce that risk. All three vaccines are available in most physician offices and pharmacies, but the COVID vaccine is only available in pharmacies. They can be administered one at a time, all three at the same time, or in any combination. They are protective throughout the peak viral infection season, so it's recommended to get them in the fall to cover through late fall, winter, and early spring. Insurance should cover the cost of all three, but you should check with your insurer's summary of benefits or pharmacist to see if there's a copay requirement. As always, infection preventive measures are recommended in addition to vaccinations. Good hand washing and avoiding people who are sick, who have symptoms of viral illness, will help reduce your risk of getting infected.
The cold weather can make us want to stay inside. So there is no better time than now to take some time to think about and put into writing some important health decisions. These are all things we need to do, but many put them off for a later day. We encourage you to take some time to make decisions for yourself and talk with your family. Let's listen now to learn more about advance directives.
It is always a good idea to be prepared, especially preparing for the time when you may be unable to make healthcare decisions for yourself. While no one really enjoys thinking about this, it is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself and your loved ones. It gives you control by documenting your wishes for your care for the future. Preparing for this time includes having a healthcare directive or a living will. A healthcare directive allows you to name someone to act on your behalf to make healthcare decisions if you cannot make them for yourself. This may also be called a durable power of attorney in some states. A living will is a legal document that tells the healthcare community what medical treatments you would or would not want to be used to keep you alive, as well as your preference for other medical decisions, such as pain management or organ donation. You may choose to have a DNR, a do not resuscitate order, or a DNI, a do not intubate order, if you were to decide what you would not want cardiopulmonary resuscitation or to have mechanical ventilation. Some states have a physician's order for life-sustaining treatment, or POLST, and in some states it may be called the Medical Orders for Life-Sustaining Treatments, or MOLST. This document is intended for individuals who have already been diagnosed with a serious illness. This form does not replace other directives, but serves as doctor-ordered instructions to ensure that you receive the care you prefer. When deciding on a person to act as your healthcare agent and make healthcare decisions for you, it is important to thoroughly select someone who meets your state's requirements for a healthcare agent. Someone who is not your doctor or part of your healthcare team, but who is willing to be able to discuss end-of-life issues with you and is trustworthy and will make decisions that go along with your wishes. If you already have these documents in place, it is a good idea to look over them and make sure they are up to date with who you would choose today. You can always change your mind and update healthcare directives, but you should check with your state to see what the guidelines are. These are all very personal decisions, Consulting with your doctor about his or her medical recommendations can be helpful. Consulting with an attorney and having him or her draft these documents allows you to feel more confident, as he or she will provide their expertise in the legal matters. If you need legal assistance, you may qualify for assistance from the Legal Services Corporation. They are a nonprofit establishment established by Congress in 1974 to provide financial support for low-income Americans. The corporation currently provides funding to 132 independent nonprofit legal aid organizations in every state and U.S. territories. They can be reached at 202-295-1500.
That is great information, and it is important that we make time to have these conversations and make these important plans. Winter is a great time to start. Whether you stay inside close by the fire or you adventure out into the cold, we hope that you will find ways to be creative, stay active, and try new things, as these are all great ways to boost your brain.